YouTube, Jeremy with Four Sons Off-Road. So the weather here's been pretty crummy this October, and we're just in between shipments of vehicles right now. It's too wet to be out on the combine, so what better to do than make a YouTube video. You probably can't see behind me down there. There's a couple deer up on the trail, but yeah, just came out to our favorite trail here, and we've got with us today the little Suzuki Jimny. So this is our 1999 Suzuki Jimny. This is a Jimny Wide JB33W. This is one that we had brought in about a year ago and decided to keep it. It was just really nice, really clean. We needed a side-by-side type of a vehicle for just around the farm, and these fit the bill quite amazingly. I've done videos on these Jimnys before, so definitely go back and check our channel. We've got a couple of videos of these, but what the heck do you need a Suzuki Jimny for? Well, you know what? They're a fantastic little vehicle. So we came in, weather's crummy, decided to go for a bit of a cruise. Instead of having to load the side-by-side up or load the ATVs up and get everything prepped and whatnot and wonder what the weather's going to be like, jump in the Jimny, literally turn the key and go. Start out on several miles of paved road, end up on a couple miles of gravel road, down to what is just single track road, and then into the actual trail, which narrows out even further, and you'll see as we kind of cruise along and go for a bit of a ride. But yeah, let's see what this thing can do. All right, so I always have to point out with these little things how nice and clean and just well sealed they are, like any other vehicle. How quiet and smooth they are. One thing one of my customers mentioned to me just recently, he saw a bunch of our videos and he said, you definitely need to make a bigger deal about how quiet these things are. He said they sound quiet on the video, but I thought that was just like because of the camera. No, they're actually this quiet. It's not like a side-by-side where the thing is howling, in your ears. But we're just gonna start out two-wheel drive. Obviously nothing crazy for terrain here. But yeah, this little trail here is, you'll see it gets a little bit challenging to the point where you definitely probably couldn't take a pickup truck down here in some areas. It's not too terribly wet today, but we did get a little bit of rain last night again, which is why we're not in the combining. So it's not muddy, but just nice and no dust, which is great. Yeah, these things are really nice and smooth and quiet. I don't have the tires aired down or anything like that, which if you were really a, hardcore off-roader, definitely something you could do. Air your tires down, get a little bit of ride off-road. Or even swap these out to a full ATV tire. These will fit about a 27-inch ATV tire without any major modifications at all. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Definitely a lot of sand. But yeah, as the trail narrows out a little bit, I'll show you how we drop this thing into low range. Now, it's not like we need low range to tackle the terrain, but low range is nice where you can, just run the transmission a little more without having to clutch, especially over some of the slower obstacles. So just up this one more hill here and we'll turn off into our little bit of a narrower trail. Alright, so again, once I get to the kind of slower sections where you're not really going to be cruising along. So yeah, again, we're just in neutral. Pull back into 4-wheel drive, and then it just push down on the stick and all the way back into 4-low. Pretty simple. Got the heat cooking in here. It's getting pretty toasty. It's about plus 8 Celsius. I think that's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit or so outside today. So yeah, the really cool thing again with these Jimnys is you can just jump in at home and go ride the trail and go home without having to load up and unload your machines. Obviously you're really warm, dry. We're not dusty in here. There's air conditioning for those hot days. We've been down here in the summertime when the mosquitoes are going to eat you alive. You can close the windows, turn on the AC, and not going to be uncomfortable at all. You say, well, I can just get in my Jeep and go anyways. Why would a guy need a Jimny? Well, your modern Jeep Wrangler, number one, you probably paid $56,000 for it, so you don't want to get it all scratched up on the trail anyways. Number two, they're huge. Yeah, I mean, you can go on a lot of good, well-maintained marked trails, no problems, but I mean, there's places, these are ATV trails literally that we're on right now. There's places here where it's literally too narrow. There's there's places you're just not going to get through here with a pickup truck or a Jeep. Not without scratching it up anyways. Low branches aren't scratching the roof. These things are really nice and compact. Yeah, really nice day for a cruise. Here's some of these narrow sections here. One of the things that you can't see on the video, of course, is just the incredible smell of the forest in the fall time, all the leaves and stuff. Just fantastic. See a little bit of fog coming up, which means we're getting pretty close to our favorite swimming hole. In the summertime, that is. A little bit of rain starting too, but oh, beavers. Great big tree here, and they just went and dropped it for no reason. But yeah, here's our swimming hole. Yep, for some reason the beavers figured they had to drop this 50, 60 foot tall black poplar that's been here for who knows how long. Just recently, looks like. Definitely wasn't like that this summer. Chewing all the bark off. The water's nice and clear and shallow. I should have brought my boots. Could have went for a little bit of a walk, but well, this is why you buy a Jimny. It's crummy out and go for a nice little drive. Sun's just starting to peek out now. Come and sit and listen to the water.